7 years ago, I prayed you wouldn't see me. Today, I wear the shiny jacket on purpose because when you show up, life turns magnetic. If you're building a business, you know this feeling. You hire a VA, but you still do the work. You hand it off, then take it back because it's faster if I do it. Meanwhile, your $500 per hour brain is stuck in $20 tasks. In the next few minutes, I'll give you my handoff method to turn one VA into a self-running squad. So you win back 10 plus hours a week, your SOPs stop living in your head, and your business runs without you. Delegation is my lane. I've used VAs for 15 years, scaled to 8 figures in 4.5 years, working mostly part-time, and I keep sharpening the blade. Business Mastery and UPW with Tony Robbins, plus Myron Golden and Russell Brunson. Want the one sentence that makes my team chase me, not the other way around, and the first H most founders skip? Stay with me. Let's flip the switch.
If something's not done, this is what I always say, okay? It's a golden word, okay? If something is not done, it's not my fault. It is their fault. So now they are chasing me around to make sure that I get things done. Majority of entrepreneurs, what they would do is they give it to them and then they chase them. I don't do that anymore, okay? Either I find the right person that they will just own the job and then they chase me. And if that doesn't work, then I just find the next person who can make it work. That's the reason why we have the hiring guarantee. You can continuously replacing until you find your right soulmate or the right 5, right? And some of them are transactional, which is they're just doing all the data entry in and out, not really a lot of thinking. And I have my transformational, which is the people that is building the system and the structure for me. So whichever way works for you. But again, just like what I said, if you want to run a successful without you business, automated business, right? Whether with AI or virtual assistant, right now we're doing AI with virtual assistant. That means that you should at least have 5 of them, because then if one of them gets sick, 2 of them get sick, you always have the 5. It's a lot easier for you to negotiate and less stress. And at the same time, because you have like at least 3 to 5, they can communicate with each other. Okay, they can communicate with each other, brainstorm with each other. I barely get on any of those calls anymore because they will communicate with each other. They will give me what they discuss with AI, right? And come up with a structure. And all I have to say is, yes, I like it. No, I don't like it. And repetition is mother skill. You just have to continuously repeat that. Majority of a customer usually gets stuck at one virtual assistant, and I'm not doing a good job on communicating with you about getting more than one. And a lot of them get through it. They love the first one. And then sometimes the not so good part is because they fall in love with the first one. So now they really want this virtual assistant, not just for work 40 hours. They actually need them to be on standby all the time, because if this person got sick, a family function or something happened, life happened, then they become the EA, right? They have to do the backup, and majority of business owners do not like to do that anymore. So then they feel the stress, and the virtual assistant feels the stress. And then after that, so that's the reason why I've said you need to have at least 2 or 3 virtual assistants, because at that time, your SOP is also the strongest, because the SOP is not personalized, it's systemized. All of you guys can afford more than 1 virtual assistant, because ultimately, in order for you to hire somebody in the United States, one full-time with all the plus unemployment, benefit, office space, internet, all that fun stuff, you can at least hire 3 minimum virtual assistants. So it's 1 to 3 at least for you to be able to build. So you definitely will be able to do that. Rich people mindset and the poor people mindset is that you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So a lot of time you need to figure out what is the outcome that you want. And what my perfect thought that I was sharing with my high-level hiring coaching client is, I don't care how they get it done. I just want it done. I used to be really into the how. You need to do this exactly how it needs to be done because it has to be my way. But now I have 50 people, 50 internal team, and about 300 agents. I just want it done. Even if it's not my way, I just want social media to be posts. This is the leverage letter. This is a leverage letter. If you do not have an EA, you are the EA. You're already doing the work. So technically, you just have to train them while you are doing it. You're already doing the work, so you just have to train them while you are doing it. If your goal is to make $1 million in a year and work full-time, that means only 40 hours a week. Don't work any more extra. That means your time is worth $500 an hour, $500 an hour. So you need to use that as your mark. As a coach for you, I would say use that as your mile marker, $500. If you do anything below 500, you need to figure out why are you doing it? How can you delegate out or how can you kill it, right? And you want to consistently go above the 500. For me, going to UPW event, go to Business Mastery, go with Myron, go with Russell. Those are well worth more than $500. And then if I have meetings, I will have meetings where everybody will come into it and they already bring me solution. And I just have to tell them whether that's the right solution or not. So I consistently figure this piece out. And because of that, within 4.5 years, I managed to get to my business is at 8 figures, even though I technically only work part-time. Okay, even though I'm only working part-time. It does have a lot of work that get into it. I personally have to learn and fail forward too, which I will share with you the framework. But if you're hiring a virtual assistant for $10 an hour, that means that 1 hour of your time is 50 hours of your virtual assistant time. 1 hour of your time is 50 hours of your VA time. It's worth so much more that you might not really understand. So your VA time only costs you 2% of your time. If they are you, or if they can produce high quality work, just you, and if they are 100% of you, they will not be a virtual assistant. They will not ask you to pay for $10 an hour. They will want what you are getting paid now. You just have to train them for one hour. So that means that I am actually saving $5,000 of my time. And if you're really looking at just that specific task ROI, for that 1 hour, you are actually saving about $234,000 a year by you spending 1 hour training them on that one thing. At the very beginning, you might need to spend more than 1 hour, right? Because you are still learning how to train. But the key is that you're getting so much ROI from it, especially when you're transitioning from one task to the other, checking emails and answering a phone call and then answer something, and you come back in. In between that, you're also wasting about 15 to 30 minutes to get yourself focused. So this is why I am able to run my business so much faster and quicker, because I'm always in my strength zone and I'm always in my thinking zone. I don't usually get distracted as much anymore. Only grays are allowed to get distracted. So that's why it's a lot easier. You're already training them. You're already doing the work. So it's easy to just show them and train it. Make sure that you get it recorded, which I'm going to show you. The cost reality, you're actually saving about $250,000 a year on 1 hour of training. If you're saving you 10 hours of time every week, and the time investment it's so much less because it's only 1 hour, and it gets you, technically, if it's 10 hours a week, that means it's 520 hours a year that you're saving. I call it the Handoff Method. So the very first one is H. H is, what I found out is that you don't really explain the why to your people. For me, I tell them, hey, this is my business. I love that all my client and customer is to feel loved, to feel connected. If we're wrong, that's okay. I don't care that the client is wrong and we are right. I'm not here about right or wrong. I'm here about allowing them to feel they're seen and they're loved. So no matter what you do as my company, I explain the why to them. You start with a purpose, not just a step. Hey, I need you to do this. Sometimes the VA actually always tell me, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what success really look like. Because they don't know the end in mind. They don't know why you're doing it. So they cannot really make the better decisions or when things doesn't go planned. If a customer is upset and they ask something, we usually will say yes to it. I usually don't really argue too much. I'll point out what they need to work on, but I'm not a significant, oh, you're wrong, this, that, whatever, because I am always about love and harmony and not conflicts. And then when I am teaching them something, hey, Grace, I need you to follow with me 52 times before I get things done. Why? Because I am actually a very forgetful kind of person. So if you don't bring it up to me, if you don't put it on WhatsApp, I will forget. So I explained to her instead of, boss, why do you always need me to copy and paste the answer? We already got it. Why do you need me to copy and paste it? And then at the end, they just don't do it. So you need to explain to them the why and how this works for you. Okay, why this is that and how this works for me. And one of my one of my big why too, my whole companies, anytime I give a approval, you need to copy and paste or screenshot it into WhatsApp or email. Why? Because I am very bad and I'm always very forgetful. So sometimes Grace will be like, hey, how come Grace is not here today? She's taking a vacation. And then the next day, Grace come back. Hey, Grace, how come you take a vacation? I can approve that. He's like, no, boss, you approved it. Screenshot, send it to me. And I tell them, don't take it personal. I'm just a very forgetful person. But at least they understand, oh, because she's very forgetful. That's why we need them black and white. I will strongly suggest all of you guys, whether you use WhatsApp, Messenger, Notion, whatever it is, if there's an approval, if there's a system, always black and white. Always allow them to be patient. I'll always allow them to type it into somewhere so you can visualize it, even if it's an email sending it to you and you save it. Because whenever things get tough, you will be able to explain it and you'll be able to show the proof instead of arguing about it. Hey, here's the proof. Here's what we agree upon. So I think that's very easy. Second thing is the one thing that is the easiest, but not a lot of my client is doing, which is allow for recording. Okay, allow for recording. Please don't just sit down and write a manual. Just record yourself when you're doing the task. You guys can see now on my Zoom, there is this thing called Fathom. It is free. You can actually record 8 hours. I tested out. You can record 8 hours, 24 hours, and it's free. And you'll be able to get transcription from it too. Okay, and you can even ask AI about all the questions. So all you need to do is you literally show them. This is what I tell my virtual assistant is show and show. So show them how you do it using your eyes and then see how they do it using your computer. Again, you can do Zoom right now and then you can share screen, show them how you do it, get the call recorded. And after that, you can actually give them the remote access and they can actually do that on your computer to show you that they are doing it well. This recording will become the first job of the SOP and then the VA. And the best thing is you can get the VA to refine the process so that they can own it and they can turn that into a SOP. That is the easiest way for an entrepreneur just like you. Because majority of the entrepreneur do not like to create SOP. I don't expect you to create SOP. I just want you to record the work that you do so in that way we can all see it. And the thing is, I can tell you this, a long time ago, not that long ago, but I have a client who is, your virtual assistant is so smart. I don't know why they are just really good at what they do. And tell me more. We are doing this. It's like the PHP, Python, website coding thing. And I only teach this person one time and they got it all down. I'm so impressed. Your company is like amazing. I'm giving you the best testimony ever. So then we go back and ask the VA. We want to know how the magic happened. But again, if you know the truth about magic, you're no longer magical. But we still want to find out the truth. So we ask him, hey, what is the magic? I don't want to hire you anymore. It doesn't work. Or I don't want to replace because I just hate the training. If you really get them recorded and organize them very well, you will just always go back. And that's how we train. Grace have a lot of training. We have internal training. So after we train them, the very first round, the standardized round, then they will get trained into the certain departments. So by the time they get to us, they already know everything. And what is the challenging part of me? And what has come my core wound, what irritate me, why my mom left me. All of that is all in the training video. All my stuff is in the training video, so I don't have to repeat myself over and over. And because they know who I am and how I grew up, they're much more understanding of me. Step number three. This, I think, is the hardest. This is the hardest. Is normalize failing for. So one of my really amazing client that I fall in love with her already. She's Phyllis, I want to be you when I grow up. I said, thank you. And this is what really happened with her. You need to let them do it and expect mistake. And then when the mistake happen, don't just yank it back. Instead, use the mistake as a coaching moment The goal is not about being perfect on the first try, it's the progress with feedback. This is one thing that Tony talked about this. Have we ever noticed that you never ask the kid to stop learning walking. Man, you suck at learning, at walking. Stop learning. Don't walk anymore. Just use a wheelchair. You don't ever do something like that. Same thing with them learning. At the very beginning, I always thought Tony Robbins has the perfect business. Come on, Tony Robbins have done this same thing for 40 years. How could it be not perfect? So I went in to do crewing. And when I went into it, so I realized that, wow, there is someone that is doing something wrong. We're going to cancel the event. Let's just go home. My day will be ruined. And Tony just counting people, hey, it's okay. You know what? Take care of you. We're going to start as soon as everything is fine. Go have breakfast. How are you doing today? Let's just have more time to communicate with each other. And then after that, everybody managed to get in after 2 hours. Okay. After 2 hours, everybody get in. And then the event starts. And nobody ever complained about that day where nobody be able to get in. I was like, oh, that is what they mean by failing forward. They no longer see failing as a problem. Okay, failing is just failing. It's just something that they did and they want to become successful. So you need to allow them to fail forward. If not, they will not be able to walk. If not, you will not be able to grow. And Tony also talk about problem is just part of growing. So if you're still breathing and you wake up the next day, you're always going to have problems. So don't get negative about problems. That is just part of life. It's just like oxygen. Okay, so I don't want you to feel bad about failing or mistakes. I know this is really hard because you wanted to touch a keyboard and make it work. Just say, no, I'm not touching it. I'm not doing it. You figure it out. And that is how I grow them. She problem solved for me. She's like, hey, boss, this is the email. And I'm going to give you 3 solutions. A, B, or C. One of them will be this week, next week, or never. Or sign up, don't sign up. Schedule a call to talk about it. Or you say, not wave, discuss with you afterwards. She literally tell me what is the 3 solution, and then I just fake. And my answer to my EA, because I really don't like to talk a lot when I'm in between events, I just say A, B, or C. How amazing is that? But at the very beginning, it was hard because she doesn't know what I'm thinking. So I would just say, Grace, this ABC doesn't make sense. Or why would you do this? Why is that? What's going on with this? But she feels so comfortable when she fell forward in my company. I would say one of the reasons why Grace has not leave me and go to somebody else with higher paid is because I'm very comfortable for her to fail. And she doesn't want to go somewhere else because people usually will penalize them when there is a mistake. For me, I praise them. I celebrate them for mistake. Not that I expect more mistakes. That's not what I would say. But anytime there's a failure, what's going on? Why are we failing? Let's talk about it. How can we fix it? And again, every failure, let me clarify this. Every failure, they always have 3 times to get it fixed. The same failure, I only expect it to fail 3 times, no more than 3 times. If they fail 3 times, they fail the 4th time, and it's not because of me, then it probably is a sign that I might have to look for another person or there's another reason why they are doing what they're doing. And so that's my standard. But most people, if they fail on getting their virtual assistant at the very beginning, is because they say, again, VAs are smart too. They're like, boss, I can't figure this out. Oh, I'm done. Boss, I don't know about this. Oh, done. Then next thing you know, I will have client, I don't think this is working because I just do all the work and the VA just sit there and claim the money, become the boss. I say, yeah, because you did not tie your head into the back and allowing them to fail forward. I'm telling them, hey, if this thing doesn't get done, it's your fault, not my fault. You go figure it out. You have AI, you have assistant right now, right? ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, AI Studio. You can ask everybody or ask Google or ask YouTube. You do not really have to come to me anymore for some of the stuff that if it's not Phyllis customized. Unless it's something that only Phyllis will know, the rest of the how, you can figure it out online. Okay, so I don't really let them just use me as an answer because I need to let them practice how to think and how to solve problems. And that sometimes is harder at the very beginning because they are also not trained to fix problem as fast as what we are expecting. Because a lot of the virtual assistant, they work for a bigger corporation, which they already have SOP. And the trial and error is very minimal But with us, it's a whole lot more. And sometimes when they found out the answer, doesn't mean that is the right answer, because I just bought My Valley AI course. And after that, I heard Dan Martell AI course. Oh my gosh, this one maybe not that good anymore. It's not that manual that after 20 years is exactly the same. It's very different. And then last but not least is D. It's drill and delegate. Drill and delegate. You must let them repeat that one task over and over until it is really smooth, until it is 80% done by them, right? Until it is, you feel like, man, it's making a cake. They are really making the consistent cake consistently. And you wanted to refine the system along the way. Hey, what happened? How come it's not done? What are you really using? How do you think about it? Why are you doing it this way? What is something that I haven't tell you yet that I need to tell you that you need to know? And every time I'm doing the drilling with us right now with Grace, it's always on the Zoom call because she always have Fathom on. And a lot of times, sometimes I will just call her. She's like, no, boss, let's go to Zoom. Even if it is off camera, right? Sometimes we'll be at like a airport, right? I just turn off, put it on Zoom, and then she will record it. And then so that way she can capture with Fathom and ask Fathom questions. Hey, is this what boss really want me to do? What are the 10 tasks that she asked me to do right now? Is there anything that I'm missing? So she will consistently get it recorded. When you do the refining of the training, those should be recorded too. Okay? And then final is once they can do it without you checking, then the task is truly delegated. Once they can do it without you checking it, then the task is truly delegated. So with Grace right now, right, or with Isa, right, with Grace, majority of the tasks that is being delegated to her, I don't have to monitor anymore. I know that she knows how to get it done systematically the way that I like it. And when she checked my emails, I also know that how she's communicating. And if right now, me and Grace, we see about 5 to 10% of the not so, right? So then she will screenshot what she respond on the email and say, hey, this is how I would answer it. Is that good? And then I would say, yes, that's good. Send it, or no, that's not good. Don't send it. So now she's just managing it. And now even better is I have 3-4 EAs underneath her now. I have one that is doing social media, which is Facebook engaging and all that. I have one that is doing YouTube. And I have one that is doing, what is the other one that's doing? I don't even remember at this moment. But now she's the one that is, I have one that is working on the customer service side. She's managing all of them because now she's already my full clone. Now she's cloning me to the next level, so I don't have to teach them anymore. You get me? So now I can clone myself even more spread out. One of the ways that I do magnet lead generation is I do a lot on Facebook engagement. This is great. That is amazing. Do posts, and then we'll do all the engaging at the bottom, do DM, and all that is done by another EA because Grace doesn't have the time anymore. I'm a very love and connection driven person. So when I ignore someone, it made me feel super bad. So I was so embarrassed. I feel so bad. And ever since then, I was, you know what? Even if I have to hire 5 virtual assistants just so that I don't miss anything, I'm okay. And because right now I have Claude, who is managing. Claude is the one that do my PowerPoint presentation. She's also helping me with WhatsApp messages and Facebook. Sometimes Claude need to log off early. Maybe she have a little headache. Then who is going to be the backup? That will be Grace. So either way, things will be done. There's never going to be a day that I'm not worried about things I'm not getting done because I have the persons doing it. I have the backup. They can do the barely minimum to make sure things are surviving. Right? So again, why am I doing this? Is because I'm really running my business as if I'm running McDonald. So everything is, there is the main person and there's the backup, and the thing is very systematic. So no matter who is doing it, I'm going to be okay. And this is how I scale my business and allow me to probably work from home, fully work 8 hours, maybe 3 months out of a year. And then the rest of the 9 months, I'm either in another country, doing another event or anything. My goal now, I realize that I'm just telling my team that I no longer wanted to work. I just want all of you guys to work, to get things done. I'm no longer going to grind. I want to be shiny and sparkly and a magician. I I just flip the fingers and tell them what I need, and things are going to be done. And that is truly my life at this moment, and I'm completely accepting it. And I'm no longer feeling the guilt, the shame, and I'm not working hard or anything that anymore. I have figured out that this is my new life. Okay, so that is what I really wanted to share with you. That might seem far from you, but without coaching, if you come in every Thursday, I'm going to share with you and ask me questions. I know that this is really not that far from me. I figure it out. I do the trial and error. You pay for speed, so you come in, you learn. Next thing you know is you're running the business, the money's coming into your bank account consistently, and you just only do things that is more than $500 an hour and doing only things that you enjoy and do. And when you have 3 or 4, I love it. When I'm doing a group training, I just love it because I train all of them at the same time, and I'm going to see which one really can pick it up. Because sometimes you'll be surprised because sometimes you might think, oh, maybe Grace will pick it up. But then you realize, oh, actually, Aida is the one that's dealing with it the best. But again, if you train all 4 of them, let's say you have 3 or 4, I always love to train all of them at the same time because then all of them understand. But the one person will always be the main person is doing it. And if something goes wrong, the rest of them immediately become the backup. But however, what we're really trying to redo the training is we're trying to reorganize all our tools that make sure that they are AI friendly. All of you guys, if you guys are creating something new, make sure that the software that you're using are AI friendly. They're AI friendly, whether it's, let's say, Notion. We now heard a lot about Airtable. A lot of people are using Airtable. Airtable also have AI installed into it. You want to do things that is AI friendly. Don't use anything that's not AI friendly because eventually they will become obsolete. So don't do anything like that. So what we do, Airtable is the number one that we love, that we have never changed. We did use Go High Level on our sales and marketing and communication. We also use ClickFunnels for our funnels and our websites. We actually starting to, if you guys wanted to try this out, if you want to get one EA and you don't want to hire more people, ChatGPT can sync up with your Gmail. ChatGPT can sync up with your Gmail. So ChatGPT can actually answer your emails and manage your calendar. So your EA can actually get ChatGPT to do her work. So it can be your Grace, an assistant, but she really to do the work, but she doesn't have the time to do the work anymore. So technically the AI become her assistant to draft all those emails for her to get those done. So you wanted to really think it through. How can I use it? There's also this thing called the NotebookLM. NotebookLM. So what we do is all our SOP and anything that I have, I am very conscious to put them onto a document, a Google Doc, and then you can actually link that Google Doc with NotebookLM, and then you can actually go in there and ask NotebookLM questions like, hey, the SOPs are, hey, in where I talk about this, or sometimes I will link it with a book. Hey, in this book, where did they talk about this? NotebookLM will allow you to study more on the manual kind of stuff that will really help. But we are crafting an AI me that we use in 3 areas. Internal, how do I answer the question? How do I approve or disapprove things? And right now, all your recordings, those should be all popped into a Delphi eventually, because then now, instead of asking you, they can ask your AI to get the answer, then ask you. Okay, so internal. So for me, there's 3 people. So internal team, virtual assistant, will ask questions, how do they handle their clients or how do they handle certain things? And then our clients, hey, in client perspective, how do I delegate this, that, whatever. So those are the 3 that my target audience, my target people that I'll be using Delphi for. Okay. And a lot of my sales and marketing clients, they are also using Delphi, and they charge their client a minimum either $97 a month, or they will include Delphi AI into their high-end coaching. One of my friends has a $30,000 coaching program, and they give them Phyllis AI. So they actually can ask that Phyllis AI 24/7 any questions that they have about their funnels, their program, their coaching, their framing, without him into it. So it saved them a lot of time. And when you have a client that's shy, I don't ask you the stupid questions, and they can ask your AI on that stupid question so they don't feel embarrassed about it. And Tony Robbins has one that's super duper good too. And I always ask on the stupid question, an embarrassed question. I'm not going to be, hey, Tony, this is my question in front of 15,000 people. That's not possible. But AI can ask any question because it's between me and my AI. Okay. And a lot of my clients are deep personalities or dominant personalities. So it doesn't work. Okay, I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to just run with it. And then I'm stuck again. I'm going to go back to do the same thing. What? No. So that's what I do. That's my non-negotiable. Right now, I rather pay and I have multiple people to do the same task than me sitting down and doing it. I want to go see the Eiffel Tower again. I'm going to go buy a ticket and go up.
All right, quick power recap. Your $500 per hour brain doesn't touch $20 tasks. The handoff method is simple. 1. Start with why so your team can decide without you. 2. Record everything. Train while you work. 3. Normalize failing forward. Coach, don't yank it back. 4. Drill, refine, repeat until it's smooth. 5. Fully delegate when it ships without you checking. Build a bench of 3 to 5 virtual assistants, a mix of transactional doers and transformational builders. So work continues, backups exist, and your SOPs live outside your head. Remember my rule, if it's not done, it's the owner's responsibility, not yours. That's how your team starts chasing you with solutions. If this helped, please like, subscribe, and share it with a founder who's stuck in $20 work. See you in my next video.